What is going on, guys? I hope that you are having an awesome day. So today I'm going to be covering a quick topic that I think that I should be able to help everyone out and everyone to know before they jump into pipeline. So if you haven't been in pipeline and you're wanting to get into it, there's a little bit of stuff that I think that you guys should know. So let's get started. Okay, guys. So I'm going to talk about the financial aspect of pipeline and just its general effects and things you really got to think of more when you're on the pipeline. So I've been on the pipeline for a while, and this year has been a well, this year has been a slower year for my side, the union side, I can say, or this past year, I should say, and it really gets to you financially. So when you're working a lot and then you're off, you're working off. That's what I've been all year. It's just been there's so much, there's not very much work. I've been working a little off, working a little off, working a little off, working a little off. That's how I've been all year. So it really gets to you financially because you make awesome money on pipeline. But then you got to add in your hotel, your food. Then you got to think of all your bills back home. So, of course, if you're a younger person and you're still living with your parents, or you can just go stay in buy a camper and that can be your home, then that is awesome, and you guys can do that. But um, if you've got bills back home and then you have to worry about staying in a hotel and all this other stuff, there's a lot of downsides to that, and you don't realize it until you get out there and you start doing it, which I didn't. So it really affects you um, through paying your bills and stuff. Then you go out and you're going out to eat every night because you're in a hotel, and then you got to pay for a hotel room. So something you can help with that is try to couple up with another guy or something that's on your job, or I couple up with my welder in hotels and we split it, and that's very helpful in the hotel side. And but another way to help with that would be is getting a camper, because spending roughly $1,200 for a hotel for a month versus 500 to 700 for a camper site, $200 or $300 camper payment or whatever you want to do. But it's cheaper to go and get a camper and do it that way. But then it also sucks, especially in the wintertime, because you've got to worry about like this little job here, little job there. You don't want to pull up your camper and set it up and get it all winter prepared and then not be there. So it's just simpler to stay in a hotel, which is what I've been doing. But it is very, very hard doing it like that. It's very complicated and financially, and then you might make a little bit of money, and then you get laid off for a month or two or whatever, and all that money that you made and was able to save up, you're using in the off season. So it really sucks because of course, people might say, "Oh, well, save more money." Well, I'm a helper. I make good money, but it's not like I'm a person that goes out when we're there and goes to the bar every night and goes and gets a steak dinner every night. I eat cheaper stuff and I end up saving a good little bit of money. But the fact of, if you go to a job for a month, you're getting yourself back out of the hole in that first paycheck and a half. You're getting yourself out of the hole. Then the next paychecks, you're paying your month's bills with them, and then the paycheck after that, or paycheck or two after that, goes towards you being laid off and you saving money. And then normally you have money saved up for at least being laid off for a month. But when you're going through all these little jobs, it really sucks because they're not long and then you don't get a ton of money saved up. So it's very helpful if you go, and if you get on a job that's 2, 3, 4, 8, 10 months long, whatever, then you can get really financially built up. But when you're on off, or whatever it is, it can be very hurtful financially. So financially, it can be tough sometimes. Other times it might not be. Say like you're working and your wife's at home or something, and she's working. If she pays some of the bills back home, she covers half of them or something. That's helpful because then you have more money that you can save for when you are laid off to cover those bills or whatnot. So that's one helpful thing. But I just know that financially it can be very hard sometimes on pipeline. And of course, I'm not a person to go out and have everything and have tons of bills a month. And I know a lot of guys, they go out to spend the money. I try to be smart on my finances on stuff, and but yeah, so it can be hard and it can be good. Just depends how long you're working. That's really close. How long you're working and where you're working. If you're at home, I worked at home for a year. Working at home and being on pipeline, when you're lucky to be at home, it is awesome. You can save a ton of money. A ton of money. You get a bunch of build up. It is awesome because you don't have any of the expenses of out of town, or pretty much so paying for two houses, as you can say, because your hotel or camper or whatever, then plus your home back here. So that is the one plus side if you can get on at home. But if not, oh well. If you and your family travel together all the time, then it's nice because you don't have to worry about many bills back home or whatever, because no one's using your house, so you shouldn't have to worry about much bills and stuff. And plus, if you're gone for 10 months out of the year, you can get stuff turned off or whatever else. It's just, that's nice. But I know that just think ahead before you go and get in the pipeline about the financial. You do, yes, you make good money, but it's the fact of that you do have downtime. Even the top guys still have at least a month off, I would think, or most of them. And a lot have more than that. Just depends how much you work, how much you stay working. But I can say to think ahead about it financially. You make awesome money, but you gotta think ahead and then think also what you're buying. You gotta think for when you're laid off. Can I afford to still pay these, or how thrifty you are? I always think how thrifty I'm going to be. Then I go out there and then I go out there and I get my paychecks. I get myself out of the hole or whatever else. Then I got this bill and this bill and this bill. Then I get a little bit built up, and then that's just to cover the next month's bills. It can be bad sometimes, and then you're off, and you're using that money to cover your bills while you're off, and it sucks sometimes. It really does. But hope this was helpful for you guys. Just a little financially that you should know before getting into pipeline. And yeah, so hope everyone enjoyed the video. If this is your first time here, click subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future content and truck related content and all that. HP Custom Sparks on Instagram, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a blessed day, everyone.